This is a strange man. Although his combat abilities are almost non-existent, he possesses an incredible talent for odd jobs, rated at 3S level, tasks that would take others years to complete. He manages to finish in just a few days. Because of his high efficiency, he often causes others to lose their jobs. He was once a member of an S-rank adventurer team, mainly responsible for odd jobs like cooking, with no combat skills whatsoever. This led his 3 teammates to look down on him. One day, the team captain decided to kick him out. The reason? The captain wanted to improve the team's overall strength, and for that, they needed to recruit a high-level mage. Since an adventurer team can only have 4 members, someone had to leave, and that person, without question, was the protagonist. The captain ruthlessly kicked him out, completely disregarding his years of hard work. Thus, Jack was forced to leave the S-rank team. To survive, he went to the Adventurer Guild to look for work. Over the years, he hadn't saved much money. What he didn't expect, though, was that finding a job wasn't easy. Before applying for work, he had to undergo a talent assessment. The weakest was rated G, while the strongest was rated 3S. When Jack was tested, it turned out that his combat talent was the lowest, a G rank. So, the receptionist could only direct him toward odd jobs. Specifically, he was asked to repair the city walls. At first glance, this didn't seem too difficult, but given the height of the walls and the vast area that needed repairs, it was a job that would take a lot of time. Though Jack looked quite frail, the construction site was in desperate need of workers. After telling him that the inspection would take place in 3 hours, the foreman left. Since there were no specific requirements, Jack did his best to repair the wall. 3 hours later, the wall was completely transformed. The foreman originally thought Jack would only manage a small corner, but to his surprise, Jack had repaired 1/3 of the entire west wall. It turned out that their task was to repair the north, south, east, and west walls, and finishing it in a year was considered fast. But with Jack's pace, it wouldn't even take a few days. The foreman assumed Jack had called in some friends for help, but 3 days later, all the walls were completely repaired by Jack alone. This caused the other workers to finally reach their breaking point. With their strong objections, the foreman had no choice but to fire Jack. If Jack kept working at this pace, everyone else would soon lose their jobs, not to mention that some workers had families to support. Jack, with no other option, went back to the Adventurer Guild to look for work. Coincidentally, a girl was looking to recruit miners. If she didn't pay her taxes within a week, her mine would be confiscated. She initially planned to hire some strong dwarves, but their prices were too high, so she gave up on them. When she learned that Jack had previously worked in mining, she reluctantly decided to let him give it a try. As they left, the payment receipt for Jack's wall repairs arrived. The receptionist wasn't paying much attention at first, but when she saw that it was for 200 gold coins, she was completely shocked. She couldn't imagine how much work Jack had actually done.